Hey everyone, welcome back to Python Beginner series. So in the last videos, we have talked about modules and packages in Python. So you all know by now what is a module and package. Module is nothing but collection of functions and classes. We have also seen how to import a module or package using import keyword. Now, Python comes with lots of inbuilt modules. So these are nothing but ready-made modules. Some other developer has written the functions and classes inside these modules, and we are free to use them. We can just import these modules and use it in our code. So instead of reinventing the wheel every time, we can just go ahead and use what is available. So let's say a developer was working on all these math functions and he decided, okay, I need to share it with the world. Let me just make it available to everyone. So he packaged all the functions and the classes that he has written inside a module. And now we can go ahead and start using these modules by importing these modules. So there are different modules available, like you have math module, you have random, you have OS, and there are many other such modules in Python. In the next couple of videos, we are going to look through each module one at a time. So today we are going to talk about the math module in Python. So this module is an inbuilt module. It is available for us to directly import. So we'll just say import math. If you want to give it an alias, a shorthand name, you can go ahead and do that. But let me just keep it math for now. Now let's explore some of the useful functions inside this module. Now I don't have to tell you because the name itself is self-explanatory that this module give us access to variety of mathematical functions to handle things like square roots, logs, trigonometry functions are there. So there are a lot of functions related to mathematical operation. So let's go ahead and call a function called square root. So how do you access a function written inside this math module? The module name, then dot, and then the function name. When you press on tab, it will give you list of functions available. So these all are the functions available to us in this module. So let's say we want to do square root of a given number. So we'll say sqrt, square root. This is a function name. And you pass the number that you want to calculate the square root of. So let's say 25. And this is returning the value 5 here, which is the square root of 25. Very simple and useful, of course. Now, let's say you want to know what are the different functions available in math module. So you can use the help function for that. You can say help math. And right here in your Jupyter notebook, you can see the help on this math function. So it will tell you what this function is, what this module is for, and what are the functions available. So a cos is there, which returns the cosine of x. And then you have, so all these are trigonometric functions. Then you have exponentials, factorial is there, floor is there. So this help method is very useful for us to just look into what all functions are available in this math module. Now let's try a couple more functions in the math from the math module. So another one that we can try is power. We can say math dot power 2 comma 3. So this will give us 2 raised to the power 3, which is 8. Another one we can use is exponential. Let's say I want to calculate e raised to the power 2 or e raised to the power 3. For that, you have a function xp, and then you specify the power, which is 2 here, e to the power of 2. That comes out to be 7.3. Then you can do log as well. So let's try that as well. Math.log 10. Log of 10 is this. If you do math.log 10, 10. This is to the base of 10. So that comes out to be 1. So you can calculate natural logs here, like we have done. You can do for the base of 10. And even for base of 2, you can calculate the log. The math module also comes with some important mathematical constants like pi and exponential. So just say math dot pi. Please note I'm not adding parentheses after this. That means it's not a function, but a variable, a constant. So the pi has this value. You say math dot e, this is the value. Math also has trigonometric functions. So let's just try a couple of those as well. So if you want to convert degree to radian, you have a function called as radians. And this will take an input, convert degree to radians. Then if you want to calculate sine of, let's say, 30 degrees, so let's just save this to a variable angle. And I want to do a sine of 30 degrees. So this is in degrees. So angle math dot sine. Then I can pass the angle, and this comes out to be this value. So this angle that you pass to the sine here has to be in radians. So you cannot directly pass the degree value here. You cannot say 30 here. This degree has to be converted into radian first, and then the radian value you pass in this sine. Likewise, we have cosine as well. So cos, let's just go ahead and run it. This is what we are getting. And if you want to calculate tan, you have tan here. Now, if you want to round down, you have a floor function for that. So floor, and if you give 3.7, it will give you 3. And then if you want to round up, you have cell function, cell for ceiling. So if you give a digit or a number, let's say 4.2, it will give you 5. So yeah, these are some of the functions which are available to us in math module. So the takeaway here should be that these modules exist, first of all. So when we are working on a code, we should have that in mind that maybe there's a module out there which can do your work much easily, and you don't have to reinvent everything, write the code for everything out there, and you can just go ahead and start using these modules. So yes, that's a quick look at Python's math module. We covered square roots, power, we covered logs, constants, trigonometry, and rounding function. All of these can make our coding life much easier. In the next video, we'll explore another amazing built-in module, the random module, which helps us generate random numbers, shuffle list, and much more. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next one. See you soon.